Hey everybody, the Super Vader 400, Mrthefanboy, Douglas Blair Roberts, and of course the Brownstein Human come back at you with another webcam match, and show review, and that is Impact Wrestling Sacrifice 2020-2021, which just went off hours ago. This right here was phenomenal. This is my review and rant because as awesome as this show was, it was just like AEW Revolution from last week. An awesome show, but a terrible ending, in my opinion. There were two big endings on this show I didn't like. So yeah, with that being said, let me get started right now. Sonic What I'm Made Of will be the song used because there were a lot of stuff, there were a couple of big things I didn't like about this event. So with that being said, let's get started right now. Hey everybody, the Super Vader 400, Mrthefanboy, Douglas Blair Roberts, and of course the Brownstein Human come back at you with another webcam match, and show review, and that is Impact Wrestling Sacrifice 2020-2021, which just went off hours ago. This right here was phenomenal. This is my review and rant because as awesome as this show was, it was just like AEW Revolution from last week. An awesome show, but a terrible ending, in my opinion. There were two big endings on this show I didn't like. So yeah, with that being said, let me get started right now. Sonic What I'm Made Of will be the song used because there were a lot of stuff, there were a couple of big things I didn't like about this event. So with that being said, let's get started right now.
And Crazy Steve, and just as I say that, Buster takes advantage, brings Steve over into Scum's corner, their part of town, and now, here comes the Dissector.
That's the bad
now
part of
it's
town to
time
be
for
in.
my
Right now, you can see the
review
Scum
of
have
Renault Scum.
taken the advantage right now,
Renault
and
Scum
now we're expecting.
taking on
Well, maybe not.
Crazy Steve
Nicely
and
done there.
Taurus.
Crazy
This
Steve
was a
knew he was
good
in
tag
trouble.
team
Was
match.
able to nail a neck
Good
breaker
tag team
here, and
opener
Steve
to
makes
start
the
the
tag to
show
Black Taurus,
as I
and now it
expected,
looks
but
like
what
the odds favor
surprised me
decay
about
here.
this match was the wrestler
I mean,
Taurus.
it's potential to swing
I've been
back
familiar
and
with
forth. What do
Taurus
we have
since
here?
about 2015 in the AAA promotion, and he was one of my least favorite luchadors. He was an okay wrestler, but his gimmick, his gimmick I didn't like. First off, he didn't look like a Mexican wrestling luchador. He looked like a lame WWE cartoon character, which is why, even though he was a decent wrestler in that promotion, he's a much better wrestler and athlete in Impact Wrestling than he ever was in AAA. And I was surprised by his performance in this match. He had this big, compassionate built guy doing a fast-paced, technical lucha style, style, doing fast-paced lucha style. He wrestled most of the match. I was here to see Crazy Steve and Renault Scum, and they both all three of them did good stuff, but it was mostly this guy shining. The match ended when Rosemary, I think it was Crazy Steve, hit one of the Renault Scum members with the miss, and then Taurus picked him up for his spinning fisherman suplex buster for the 1, 2, 3. Thus, Decay win this impromptu match that was recently announced on the Impact before this quote-unquote event. So a great match to start the show. Now the 6-man tag team match. Now the mixed tag team match between Caleb and Tennille taking on Havoc and someone else. So yeah.
I could see Rich Swann hitting. So now here we see Fornso on top of Taurus, and that could be. In the hammerlock, trying to keep Tennille low. Nevaeh's head higher, and Tennille realizes that and rolls through. And now Tennille's going to stand up and have her head higher than Nevaeh.
Very nice there. Tennille rotated around, alleviate the pressure, allowed her to get their counter in.
Review of the mixed tag team
right
match
back by Nevaeh.
between
Great
Tennille
counter hold
and
wrestling.
Caleb Conley, the team I wanted to win, taking on Havoc and
Pressure on
Nevaeh.
the shoulder. Tennille's going to put herself into the
This
hammerlock.
was another pretty good
You got to be really
tag
confident
team
in your chain
opener
wrestling. Put
to
yourself
start
in
the
such
show.
a
This was
precarious
the second match of the
Oh,
night,
nice. Look how Tennille's moving with great ease.
and it was pretty good
She's
match.
moving
It
great
wasn't
ease
that
and not
long,
wasting any
but
motion.
it was pretty good. Every person
Tennille's very
played their
confident.
parts right. I wanted Caleb
Some good
with
technical
the K,
wrestling, and
Caleb
when
with the
you're
K,
confident,
and
you're allowed to have what we call flow.
Tennille,
If you're thinking, what's my next move, what's my next
to
move, you
win,
can read
and
it in
boy
someone's eyes.
did
No, you can
they
absolutely
win.
read it. You can
Boy
see
did
Tennille is
they
3 or 4 steps ahead.
win. Only problem I have with this match is Caleb.
Here we go. This is going to be a
Caleb
different
While he did a lot of awesome stuff in this match, he didn't get a lot of offense
say
in
on the strength level, but
this
it's not. I think that
quote-unquote
Havoc
match.
has
Ever since he came back in Impact Wrestling, he's kind of been used as mostly just a comedy jobber. But other than that, another good solid tag team match to start the show. The Chris Sabin, James Storm versus Violent by Design tag team match. Yeah, that's
Havoc
next.
wrestles with that just force, and like I said, I use this term a lot, thud. She hits you, it's a thud, and now they
kind of bleed in to the next one.
It's got to, because it's a similar strategy. You got your big heavy hitter in the big LG, and you got your tactician and your mat guy in Carl Anderson. So it's a very similar technique and a very similar style going in both these matches.
And James Storm versus Violent by Design.
Watch our peers, as well as watching
Joe
those
Burrow
that came before, and enjoying those that are coming after us. It can show you a thing or two that you might not have seen before. Over here,
Diener with Eric Young.
Great tag work.
The match itself was awesome, phenomenal, back and forth
and now
action.
Storm.
There's really isn't much to talk about. Everyone hit some big moves in the match, and everyone played their part in the match. But the part, even Jake being the guy involved in the match. However, the part I want to talk about is Rhino's involvement. He made his socking return.
Storm going
And
out.
I even predicted it
In the
when
cat,
he
look at
returned.
this.
I didn't predict this. I didn't predict this before because I didn't even know Rhino was at this event. But I predicted when he returned to the event.
And Joe
When he
Doris said,
returned, I knew he was going to turn on Saban and
Take your
James
head off
Storm.
the
Like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. I like Rhino as a baby face, but I knew he was going to turn on Saban and James Storm and Gord Saban, which allowed Diener to pick up the victory.
They're violent by
Pick up the
design.
victory.
EY
To pick up the victory.
building it
So
to be
what does this mean?
treacherous.
So what does this mean with Slater? So does that mean Slater's going to turn heel too whenever when he gets his surgeries and returns, or is Slater going to feud with Rhino? Rhino, or is Rhino going to go back to being a face by the time Slater returns?
Anything EY tells him to do, and that's dangerous.
So yeah, I did it like that right there. There's another problem I have with this match. Why I'm liking this, why I love this matchup, and love the fact that Saban and James Storm once again made their way onto this pay-per-view, and so did Joe Doring and Diener. This feud just came out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere with the segment on the previous edition of Impact Wrestling. And before last week's edition of Impact Wrestling, this event right here, Saban and James Storm were feuding with Mahabali Shera and will hit Raji. Then all of a sudden they just immediately come. Yeah, randomly punishing Diener, and they immediately say Diener, oh, Eric, what you're doing to Diener is wrong. And that doesn't play, apart from, that doesn't play really any part of this match. Diener, he doesn't like try to like screw Eric Young or Joe Doring. He just wrestles like Cousin Diener, like the new evil Cousin Diener, the new Violent by Design Diener. He doesn't try to screw anything. There was no wild card. There was none of that. There was none of that. What side is he on? There was quote unquote none of that.
He is struggling physically.
But other than that, it was a good match, man. So it was a good match. Well, you know,
and that's another thing. That's just not meant to hurt you in terms of beating you. That's just meant to just bother you and
Eric
inflict
Young
damage and pain.
Eric Young and not Eric Young, but Brian Meyers and Eddie Edwards is next, followed by the X Division match between Perkins and Ace Austin.
Off the ropes for momentum. Storm was back up to his feet. Groggy stumbled. Shoulders are down. Ace with the deep cover. No.
Time for my review of the X Division match between Ace Austin and defending champion TJ Perkins. This was a phenomenal match. Ace Austin and TJ Perkins tore the house down. The match started off with the technical wrestling with TJ Perkins getting the better of Ace Austin and ending it with a drop kick, then it spilled to the outside where Madman Fulton got involved. And this is when we got to the high spots in the match. This match was awesome. TJ Perkins hit several cool swinging DDTs on Ace Austin and several springboard drop kicks and kicks. He also did several cool maneuvers from a dragon screw position. First a leg lock ravine, then into a back suplex when Ace Austin managed to get the ropes and reverse the move. Then Ace Austin did several cool maneuvers of his own. Then Ace Austin did his springboard finisher, somersault kick and cradle maneuver. He does to upset TJ Perkins and finally win the X Division Championship. I love TJ Perkins. I really wanted him to hold on to the belt for a long time, but I really wanted Ace Austin down the road to eventually have won the belt. So TJ Perkins, and actually he's had it for a good long time, so it's appropriate now for Ace Austin. But down the road, I wanted Ace Austin to eventually win the title. He's one of Impact Wrestling's youngest and brightest stars, and one of the guys to come to Impact Wrestling and stay loyal to Impact Wrestling. So yeah, last year was Rohit Raju's time. He was a jobber who stayed loyal to Impact Wrestling, and finally in 2020 became a more serious wrestler. Won the Elite Championship, and now it's Ace Austin's turn. I'm enjoying this fuse and more matches with T.J. Perkins, and then you got Chris Bay as a baby, who looks like he's going to be a babyface from now on, joining this feud. Yeah, this was an awesome match and one of the best, probably one of the best matches on this pay-per-view right here. So yeah.
Looks like TJP is pointing up. Is he pointing up?
Next is
yeah, he's going to the top. He's trying to end this right now. He positions himself where Ace can see him.
Yeah. Next is the tag team match, Finn Juice versus the Good Brothers.
One of the added advantage of having Madman Fulton. And it's legal. It is completely legal. It's like having a coach out there.
Side as they compete for the Impact World Tag Team title.
Now, did you see what Carl did there? That grabbing of the nose. That's not meant to beat you. I say it all the time.
Now it's
That's
time
meant
for
to
my
keep your head.
review
That's
of the
meant to
tag
insult you. That's
team
meant to say,
title
hey
match
kid,
between
you're
the
not at my
defending
level.
champions,
Simmer down. Simmer down. One day this will be yours.
Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers, taking on Finn Juice.
Yeah, now Carl.
Finn Juice. David Finley and Juice Robinson for the tag team championships. This was a phenomenal tag team title match. You had the strong style, the powerhouse strong style, wrestling style of the Good Brothers taking on the Lucha strong style wrestling style of Finn Juice, Dave Finley, and Juice Robinson. The match started off with Juice Robinson getting the best of Carl Anderson. The technical display. Then he tagged in Dave Finley. Dave Finley got the best of him in that display too. Then they started doing several cool double team maneuvers, including one which had
So the difference now.
How did this move go, man? I can't even remember it, man.
But with an injury like that, a shot like that, and now the big LG
where they knocked him down. Then what's his name? Then
I don't think you're gonna go on.
They did several double team maneuvers with
yeah, look at the big LG dropping those
Juice Robinson ended it with a senton. Then later another one with Juice Robinson doing
a communication thing. That's so when you're down on the lower level, you can look up and
atomic drop, and
that's their way of communicating while one is in the ring.
Followed up with a double foot drop kick, with a one kick drop kick, Izagiri style maneuver. Doc Gallows, who did most of the work in the match, who worked most of the match, got some awesome boxing style, cool boxing style punches, and an awesome martial arts mafia kick for a guy his size, a stiff martial arts kick. Finn Juice won the match with LOD's maneuver, the Doomsday device, with Finley. I think it was Finley holding up one of the Good Brothers, and Juice Robinson on title clothesline. 1, 2, 3, new Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. This was one upset I was actually excited with. I was excited with this upset. The next upset, which I'm going to talk about later in this review, the main event, I was not satisfied with, but I was satisfied with this right here. So with that being said,
it's not about ego, it's about putting them in their place. It is about letting the kids know you're not on our
let's
level.
Get to the main event right now. That's Moose versus Rich Swann.
And I don't understand that though, because it's about being champion. And there's the thing, don't boast like. Oh gosh, Rich Swann standing in the middle of the ring, exchanging blows with Moose. Not for long. Wait a minute here. Shoulders are down. Is it up? No.
Oh, I thought he got him with that counter over there.
Everyone, time for my rant on the main event between Moose and Rich Swann. And just like I said in the results
As I look at the ring, that
portion of this review,
all Moose's. Look
the
at this
pay-per-view,
impact
the
here.
match, and the pay-per-view itself was good, as always, with Impact Wrestling. For the most part, as always, with Impact Wrestling. But the end result, which had Rich Swann upsetting and defeating Moose to advance to Rebellion 2021 to meet Kenny Omega for the AEW championship. It should have been Moose. I like Rich Swann. He's not my favorite, but he's not my favorite wrestler in Impact Wrestling. I'm a huge fan of his. Love his story. Love wrestlers like Sami Callihan, Johnny Impact.
Doesn't mean he's not out there thinking.
Johnny Impact,
He is
King
thinking every
Shamrock,
step
King
of the way.
Shamrock,
Now, right
and
now,
many
he
more.
might be
And
going a
Eric
little
Young
too
have
far
put him
because he
over
can
and
lose
made
his
him
world
look
title
strong,
on a
made him
DQ.
look credible. However, it was Moose's time. And you're trying to tell me Moose can't beat Rich Swann. Rich Swann, the first problem I had with this match, while it was good, it went on way too long. It went on way too long, and Rich Swann had the advantage.
And that's the thing
Rich
that a lot of
Swann
people
was like
dislike
Cena
about
in this match, was like Cena and Christian Cage in this match. He had the advantage way too many times. You're trying to tell me a big, tough,
a man that is a
capacity
superior
built
wrestler,
linebacker, football player,
dirty tactics.
and Moose can't beat the skinny but athletic Rich Swann. Rich Swann athletic, but coming up
right now,
against
we
Moose.
know Moose can
Yeah,
beat Rich Swann
Moose
up,
should
and
be
by the end of
controlling
the match,
most of this
we'll
match.
find out
Moose
who
should
can
be
beat
controlling
who.
most of this match, and then Moose has such a hard time beating Swann that he gets frustrated, and Swann pins him with a roll-up. Swann pins with a roll-up. The match itself was good, but
Right there, those
too much
guardrails around the ring, they are a weapon.
too much
They are
BS and too much
steel.
faker. Then the
And
end
Moose
result
is
with
using
Rich
his
Swann
advantage
winning.
right now.
Now,
He's
I heard a
going to
spoiler
punish.
that Rich
Is he
Swann
pulling
was
the hair
going to
again?
win, which
Is
is
he
why I
pulling
never
the hair?
really talked about this match.
Look
I
at him
didn't
pulling
really
hair around
got
the
down to finish.
guardrail.
I didn't talk about any Impact
You
Wrestling
can see
because I
the
didn't
pain
like
on
the
Rich
end
Swann's
result of
face.
this. Because
Let's
also,
go scream.
Moose's contract
God, the
expired this
primal
summer,
scream.
and I really wanted Moose to stay in
Becomes
Impact
hard to
Wrestling.
watch.
I'm pretty sure after this, he's probably damn sure wants to
It's
go to
very hard to
WWE,
watch.
which I don't
Watching one
want.
man
I don't want
brutalize
an
another.
awesome wrestler like Moose being buried on that crappy NXT show. Crappy NXT show, and then go to AEW, which is, that would be pretty cool, but AEW has so many wrestlers right now. Let Impact have some wrestlers now. AEW has too many good wrestlers now. I know that AEW is awesome, it's the place to go right now, but they have way too many wrestlers. Moose was the top guy, was the GOAT of Impact Wrestling, has been carrying on. He's one of the wrestlers alongside Callihan and Eddie Edwards, who stayed loyal to Impact Wrestling, to stay loyal to Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling. Now I want to reward Moose right here. Hopefully this isn't the end. This isn't the end that after the AEW pay-per-view, I mean AEW, but the Rebellion pay-per-view, they make this a three-way. They make this a three-way feud, or Kenny Omega defeats Rich Swann at Rebellion, and then Moose will eventually take the title off of the feud with and take the titles off of Omega. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to do that. I'm pretty sure this is probably this right here, and the upcoming months will be the last we see of Moose, and then he'll go to WWE or AEW.
Right there, see how Moose is putting that fist and now the point of the elbow in there?
Yeah,
That's trying to
yeah,
separate
I'm
the
not going
ribs
to talk
a little
about
bit,
the moves.
making it difficult
It started
for
off
Swann to
slow.
breathe.
It started off slow, then got big when Moose hit this awesome high impact Uranagi slam and just was controlling Swann the entire match. But Swann had too many advanced too many times with these kicks. With these kicks, and yeah, what I'm trying to say is that it's just like this pay-per-view is just like AEW Revolution from last week. Awesome pay-per-view, but terrible ending. And that's why some of what I made of is used in this video. That's why I used the end of. So a great match, but horrible result. And the match went on way too long. Well, we're gonna hear the rest of the music. Turn the video off right now.
Did you see Swann's body bend in half over Moose's knee? Wow.